Hit it hard. Right in the bottom. Right in the bottom.
Wideside Sports. Is that low enough?
No, I think you could have. It was too low to where you couldn't have any
no accents in it.
To the voice, yeah.
Too low.
Too low for Wideside Sports.
Too low.
Wideside Sports. See, it's too low.
You can't.
Yeah, I can't keep it up.
Like, you can just tell that you're not using your throat, man. You got to relax your throat like you're taking a wiener.
I can't.
I know you're used to it. Got to go low.
Low. See,
I can hear yours in your head.
Yeah.
You're not coming from your chest. Grab your balls and talk like a man.
I can't.
Very can't.
I can't. I'm terrible.
At all.
I sound like Winnie the Pooh, and I'm terrible.
I can't even tell you what Winnie the Pooh's about. Honestly, it's been so long since I've seen anything like that.
Yeah. I don't know what it's about. I just know that I sound like him.
Yeah.
Because I've heard his voice.
I probably sound like Eeyore. Like I'm depressed. Hey, Pooh. Thinking about killing myself. I'll get some honey.
Yeah.
No, I'll drown myself. That'd be the worst day. He'd drown himself. Eeyore drown himself in honey.
Yeah.
And then Pooh found him.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the other characters.
There's Tigger. Yeah. And Piglet. Are we recording?
Yeah. 100%.
We're talking about fucking Winnie the Pooh.
You don't think people want to hear about this?
No.
I think they do.
I don't know any characters either. Piglet, Tigger,
well,
Eeyore,
I mean, that's
and
funny
Pooh.
thing is I said, well, I don't know any characters and then just named all of them off.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
another character, and I'm pretty sure it's as simple as the word rabbit. I think the character's name is Rabbit, and I think that she's a rabbit.
Like, is there a bad guy in Winnie the Pooh? Is it one of those shows?
I don't know. I haven't seen. I don't know. I know there's a kid, like not an animal, Christopher Walken or something. Christopher Robin.
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear.
I don't know what. Why you have a gun?
Why do you sound threatening, but you look nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick a soldering iron to his face. That's what you get the Joe Dirt portion. What are you looking at? I'll stick a soldering iron to your face. And the fact that he's practicing the threat. And that's great.
I love Christopher Walken's voice.
It's so, I mean, I wish I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's this weird.
Is it like a Jersey accent?
It's a New York kind of. It's not like Brooklyn, but it's just the cadence of it.
Yeah, the cadence of it is everything.
Yeah. I mean everybody that can do it, because for the longest time it was always a Morgan Freeman and a Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
but it's just such a.
I tell you what, Kevin Spacey does a really good Christopher Walken.
Yeah,
my God.
But you're not allowed to listen to him anymore.
Yeah.
He diddled kids.
Yeah. Poor bastard.
Or didn't. I don't know.
I don't know what he did.
He did something with a kid.
He did or didn't do him. I don't know.
He did something with like a 14-year-old. I know that.
Yeah.
But I think that kid's dead now, so I don't know if it still counts.
You know what? I want to be like, I want to quit. I feel like it still counts, but I'm like, I think you have to ask.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
I think you have to look that up.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, I mean,
yeah, I don't know where that goes.
Right? I mean, because if you think about it, if a guy commits murder and dies, it's kind of like he's done and over with, you know?
Right.
If you diddle the kid and he dies, it's kind of like you didn't diddle him.
Yeah.
But, I don't know I feel like you still did.
I don't know if it works that way.
I'm just saying.
And the fact that we're using...
I'm not pro diddle. I mean, I'm not... I just want to make that clear. I'm not.
Everybody out there, we are not a pro diddles show. We're not.
We're not. I'm not saying anything.
We are not.
I just feel like it's a question to ask.
When it comes to diddling, just say no.
Just say no.
Yeah, take that from the drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs, try it.
Try it.
I mean, try it out.
Yeah, try it out. Try it out.
Try it out, guy.
See if you like
my God, I haven't seen that video in forever.
You want to try it out?
Look up the try it out guy, people. You'll
be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Try it out.
It'll ruin your day. Or make it funnier. Either way. Probably both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there was 4.5 minutes of fucking nonsense.
Yeah. Almost as good as
Winnie the Pooh to diddling kids to a try it out guy that's asking for people to come over and fuck him. That's what the video's about, folks.
Well,
it's right out on the internet.
Yeah. I think it's a good way to start the show.
Sure.
Why not?
You got anything you want to go with?
God kind of all out of sorts now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
that'll happen.
I'm just trying to make clear my name of I don't agree with, diddling kids.
Well, I mean, I kind of trust you that you don't.
I think, I just had a child, so I,
Is he walking and talking yet?
No, he's just getting really fat.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of funny.
So, for Christmas, do I need to get him a Wideside onesie?
Yes. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome to get him a Wideside onesie.
To see if that's available. I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can find it.
Yeah, he's like 24 inches long now, and he's like 13 and a half pounds, and he's not 2 months yet. So, getting big.
Yeah, that's good.
Getting big, yeah.
Figured to be talking by now, but okay.
He smiles.
Well, that's good.
And he kind of like
So he's
laughs.
happy.
Yeah, he like laughs and giggles.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on down.
Except when he's tired or hungry. Then
Yeah,
it's like,
I like to cry and get
then
cranky.
it's like the gates of hell open.
Especially, I cry too when I shit my pants.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He kind of like
Shit his
laughs.
pants. Hey, Dad.
No.
Can you hold me on the toilet for a sec?
Yeah. No, he kind of like laughs.
Tired of this diaper stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired of this diaper shit. It's terrible.
I did have I had to be mad at my brother for a second.
All right. Sorry, Sean.
Down at his house, watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
And over the summer and stuff, he's gotten into to disc golf.
Oh, what is that? I honestly have no idea.
Frisbee golf.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
with the little baskets and stuff.
Gotcha, yeah.
And, shockingly, there's crazy amounts of courses around here.
Really?
Well, I mean,
like
almost
two?
all the... Well, there's one in Lima, but I mean, in the scheme of things in the county and stuff, like all the parks and stuff, they all have them.
Oh, all right.
Like there's one at ONU, and there's,
Gotcha.
So after we was watching the game, I was outside, and he came down from his garage, and he had a bunch of discs. He's like, "Hey, here, try throwing this." Not like a Frisbee, and I haven't thrown and I've only played disc golf in like PE class with like a real Frisbee, and they're not the same.
Okay. Like this one doesn't curve with the slightest amount of force?
Well, it kind of does.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, it's different. It's not, it's not as big. It's not
Gotcha.
And I did, just out of respect for your coaching compadre, I called it PE class instead of gym class because he gets a little pissed off if you call it gym class. I do remember that. Physical education. So, I tried throwing it. My shoulder's a little sore today. I haven't thrown anything like that. But now...
Is it weighted?
I mean, there's different weights too.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it was like...
there's all kinds of different discs. I mean, you have like driver discs and mid shots and putters. And
okay.
It's like you might go out with 6 or 7 discs.
Oh, okay. I see. I figured it was just like one thing and you try to just get it in the trash can.
No, that's not it at all.
Oh, see, I told you I didn't know what it was.
It's never been that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said there was a basket.
Yeah, but I
don't know why you went back to trash can.
Because basket and trash can are similar.
Are they?
Kind of.
Not really.
Kind of.
Mm-mm.
They're similar. I'm not saying they're exactly the same.
Hey, we're going to move on.
But they're... Okay, go.
Just know that you're fucking wrong.
I'm not wrong. They're similar.
No, it's the like the basket on the pole that's got like the chain.
Oh, okay.
Because you just can't hit it. Like it's got to hit and stay in. So if it hits and bounces out, it doesn't count. It's like a lip out.
Gotcha. Little rim job.
Yeah, you rim job it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I try to throw the first one and fucking god awful.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. And now it's at the point where I can't handle that.
Yeah, you have to keep practicing now?
Yeah, so now I have to, like I fucking watched videos when I got home last night. How do you throw it farther?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have he was, when you release it, it does it'll start curving left and then it starts curving back to the right and that's how it goes further and you got to do this. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I needed another hobby, but I think I'm getting one. Probably getting one now. Because I just can't. That's just how my mind works. Of I'm so bad at it.
Yeah,
I have to practice because this just can't be that way.
Embarrassing.
It just can't be that way.
Yeah, it sounds hard because I've played.
Shit.
I mean, I've thrown a Frisbee before, and this is the only thing because I have no idea what the disc look like. I only picture when you said disc, I pictured Frisbee.
They kind of look like that. They're just smaller,
and you can't control which way they go.
Actually, the tops they almost look like a
a track disc,
like a discus. Yeah,
yeah.
Except not one. But even the bottom, like a regular Frisbee is just that real thin, and it's got like the whole center of it's empty. Well, this one's got like the outer edge, it's got like a 2 inches before it cuts in the center. So it has different balance, I guess. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far into studying. I've only watched an hour's worth of videos of how to throw it further, of which I don't even have a disc. So I didn't take, he's like, hey, take some home with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't because I knew that I would have been outside in the rain today in my backyard just throwing.
Yeah, I got to get better. Like, man, I got to get better.
I'm going to have to go to the doctor now. I have to shoulder surgery because I'm trying to, day 2, I'm trying to set world records by throwing it so hard, and I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
So I have a question about the disc golf.
Okay.
Is the bucket
It's a fucking basket, dude.
Whatever it's called. I mean, they're all similar. Okay, they're all similar. The basket, is that like
next
the
time
green?
You say we'll call it pop, not soda. Like a fucking asshole.
It's not soda.
It
pop.
Is. No.
Anyway, is that like the green, like the whole, like the cup in golf?
Yes.
Okay, so like how far away do you put it? And
well, it's different. Yeah, there's like par 3s, 4s, 5s.
Okay, all right, I gotcha. That was more of my question.
It's tough for me because obviously I'm a golf industry person.
Yeah.
So trying to describe stuff in feet as opposed to yards is shockingly odd for me. Of like, because I think of everything in yards.
Yards. Uh-huh.
Of, wow, it's 480 feet. What? Is that far or is it not? I don't know. But
so it's like 180 yards.
So I watched, some how to throw it furthers, how to throw it straighters.
Yeah.
Which is very difficult, seems like.
Yeah.
And then I just watched like some of the year in review best shots of,
hey
man, some of these courses
look tough.
Dude, they're like straight up through the middle of a fucking woods.
Huh. Good luck.
Of like, hey, we have this really long hole.
Yeah.
It goes through this woods and we took down a tree. Of like, oh, well, hey, you got a 6-foot gap to try to throw this frisbee through at 200 feet.
Hey, good luck.
Godspeed, son.
So let's just say that is, and it's like that, and it hits a tree and it just hits the ground. Uh-huh. Is that like, that's where you go throw it again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I didn't know that you had to start over.
Now, I haven't read the rules.
Yeah.
I'm just a cursory glancing of, obviously, you throw your drive.
Yeah.
And then, like your second shot, if it's like an approach shot, you can't go, you have to be behind like you'd leave your disc there, and then you get like your iron disc or your wedge, whatever you want to call it. And you throw from behind where your disc is.
Oh, okay.
Toward the.
But if you are using your driver disc again, you can just pick that up and use it again.
Yeah, you just can't. I would assume so. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
basically,
I'm
you just can't go past that spot. And you can't have I'm going to guess that once, because on like your driver, like they do like, some guys do a crazy fucking run up.
Oh, really? Like
throwing their body at
like a flip?
Kind of. Pretty close.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. So I'm guessing you can't go through you can't go past it. And I assume on your second check you can't have a run up. And then you have like a thing once you get near the basket, like 30 feet.
Okay.
Out from the basket is kind of like the green.
Gotcha.
And you can't do this.
Oh, okay.
It's like you can't take a step. You just kind of have to stand.
Like stand there and just toss it.
And then,
gotcha.
Different rules. But it's something, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll make you do it at some point in time, and then you're going to notice that it's a problem.
It sounds hard. And I mean, I'll try it.
But you're lazier than most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it.
I don't know that if you're as competitive as I am when it comes to stuff like that.
No, like if it comes to like an actual sport, I'll be competitive. But
so now you're just fucking dissing disc golf guys.
Yeah,
I mean, what the fuck, dude?
I'll play it. It's like cornhole. Like I'm okay at cornhole. I mean, I'm not the best.
You're not the best?
No,
you should be the best.
Okay.
If you're not trying to be the best, what are you doing?
I play cornhole like twice a year, so
I can't tell you the last time I played cornhole.
Exactly. Anytime we have like a friend get together, bring your cornhole boards. Why? Nobody plays. Good point. Leave them home.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to load these things up because they're super lightweight?
Exactly.
They're made out of plywood, motherfucker.
Yeah. Exactly. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So it's probably gonna have to have a shoulder surgery at some point. It's just I just can't. I can't not
try it. No, I get it.
Not that I want to be the best in the world. But I kind of do.
Yeah.
It's just the way I work, but like I need to be good. And I've never done it before.
Yeah, I get that.
For a half hour, I threw discs out in his backyard. Now it's I
instantly thought I have to be the best.
Why am I not the best at this yet?
I've gotten, like, when I was younger and I played, like, just normal golf, I was like, I suck, whatever. I play, like, a couple of, but now I'm starting to play more, and I'm like, I got to practice. I got to, at least
get better.
At least a little better. Yeah. That way people ask me to play and don't like, oh my God, he's coming. Like one of those things. Like, I don't want him on my team.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're going to be here all day.
Exactly. Like one of those things. Like, you actually want to play with me? Thanks.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever played golf with you.
We played golf a year ago together.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. You're not good.
No, I'm not. I think we established
You're a good time, though.
Yeah. Always.
Good time. Oh, yeah. We played with your uncle. Oh, it was in the brother.
The brother outing. Yeah.
Yeah. With your brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm. Cheated.
That's right. Did you?
No.
I'm sure you did.
I mean, I used my brother-in-law, but.
Hey. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Tournaments like that are going downhill, so whatever it takes. This is the brother. Yeah, this is the guy that I met 2 days ago. Can we play? Sure.
Why not?
Why not? We're looking for bodies.
Yeah. Well,
that was my ending of some football yesterday. Is now I have a new thing that I have to try to be good at, and I'm sure I never will be because I feel like you have to have some sort of frisbee throwing form, even though it's a very different thing.
Yeah,
it's got to be something there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now that we got that off our chest, the 3 listeners that are left,
hey man,
turn it off.
I think more people are into disc golf than you fucking think.
No, I agree with that because I see videos all the time. Not necessarily disc golf, but like the disc, like they look like they're playing like football with the disc, like with the frisbee,
like the ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, the ultimate frisbee.
Those fucking posers.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys. I feel like that kind of got big there for a second.
Yeah.
And now we're on to disc golf. I've heard of disc golf. Like I said, I've never.
Well, I mean, honestly, when you think about it, it's for people of our age.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're younger than me, I kind of loop you in because you feel like an older person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. Mm-hmm. You're just out walking. You're outside. You're in nature, throwing a disc, chasing stuff around, cursing.
Yeah. That sounds.
Because I got to assume it gets,
Oh, I cuss no matter what.
Well, I do too, but I got to imagine it's like, I can't fucking believe that didn't go in.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Hey, sir, this is a family park.
Yeah.
We're going to need you to leave.
Uh-huh. I feel like that game gets even more difficult with alcohol involved, too.
I bet it's fun as shit, though.
I bet it is. I bet it is a great time.
I've already talked you into, hey, we're gonna play some disc golf next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll bring a cooler.
Sure. Bring one of those camel packs.
Yeah.
full of
alcohol.
Full of beer.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good. All right. Okay. Disc golf.
Disc golf league coming.
2021.
2021.
Wideside Sports presents
Disc golf.
Disc golf. Cool.
Throw it hard, motherfucker.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. You want to talk about football or anything?
Yeah, we can talk about football.
Okay.
We can talk about football. So, college football in a whole was extremely entertaining yesterday, in my opinion. Yeah, because, I expected, don't get me wrong, Indiana is a solid football team. I expected them just to beat the piss out of them and not make it a game.
Right.
I actually turned it off because I was like, I don't need to watch them just keep murdering these guys. So I turned it off and started watching another game. I think I turned it off and started watching the Florida Vanderbilt game. And then I got the update on my phone, like, oh, they're only down a touchdown with a few minutes left. I'm like, oh shit, all right, I'll turn it back. But
it was pretty ugly. Yeah,
I wasn't able to watch the first quarter. I watched the last 2 minutes of the first half, then I watched the whole third quarter, and then I was like, it seems like it's taken care of.
By watching all of it, it made me question whether Ohio State's any good at all. And I'm starting to form the opinion that maybe they're not at all that good.
Yeah. I know that we have that expectation that we should take care of we should take care of the lower level teams.
Right.
But I think Indiana's better than what we think.
I think Indiana's a good team. Uh-huh. I don't think they should drop at all or anything. Yeah. They should stay top 10.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not even close to what that level of Ohio State is.
Yeah.
And you could see that of like, oh, it's 28-7.
Yeah. That we should put them away.
Think that of Ohio State's offense scored 7 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And without a pick six, you might have got beat.
Yeah.
Their defense
is atrocious.
Is so bad.
It's atrocious.
Kerry Combs.
I know.
Hey, pal.
I told you last week, man, or 2 weeks, whenever we talked about it. It's the secondary's rough.
Yeah,
it's rough. I mean, I knew when Hatley left, or Halfley, however you have to pronounce it. I knew when he left, we were kind of going to go downhill.
Yeah,
because even when Alex Grinch was there for the year, it wasn't real good. When Fickle left,
right?
Because don't get me wrong, our defense was pretty solid with Fickle,
right?
When he left, we were like, oh, we're probably going to take a step back. And Grinch's defense, you can see how well that works in Oklahoma. And then, we get halfway back, we see that fucking defense last year. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is something. We're switching up coverages. We're not just playing strictly, one coverage the whole goddamn time. And now we don't have a premier pass rusher. We have. Nobody knows any fucking
pressure.
linebackers.
There's no
pressure.
Quarterback pressure.
No. And then it's just like, oh, God. And then now, I mean, I know the secondaries are left out to dry because there is no pressure, but.
And they're not good.
No.
Like Sean Wade gets toasted.
It does.
Often.
Well,
2 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Of, ooh, man. And I don't know what the deal is, but, like the stat line yesterday, like, well, hey, man, they held freaking Indiana to -1 yard rushing. Like, well, that's great, but they threw for 500 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
So who fucking cares?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, good
you
job.
lined up and knew they weren't going to run it and couldn't stop the pass.
Exactly.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Now, I did love on Twitter how they were like, yeah, man, Ohio State's terrible. And these are Michigan fans. I'm like, fucking Justin Fields threw 3 interceptions. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Tone it down, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a look at your game of you should have got beat by Rutgers.
Yeah. 3 overtimes.
Yeah.
3 overtimes.
How about that? How many times have you seen in the first overtime neither team fucking scores?
I know.
How bad of a game is that? I mean,
I don't like the sucking of football right now.
It's bad.
It's
college football is bad.
It's bad, and I hate it. It's hard for me to watch. It really is. And then when Clemson doesn't get to play, you don't get to watch, that.
Right.
And that's one game that I would like to watch, even though they probably beat the piss out of Florida State. But
oh, yeah.
I still would like to watch it,
Yeah, well, it's just like nobody has a defense. Mm-hmm. And before any of you fucking SEC fucktards, they're going, well, Alabama held them to 3 points yesterday. It was Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to hear it because Alabama's been getting torched on defense, too. So
yeah. I mean, you want to watch the Georgia game? I
don't know why the defenses are so bad.
I don't know either.
Powerhouse defenses. Like Alabama's defense is down and Clemson's defense is down. And like, I don't understand. Is training camp just that much more important for defense?
I guess. And I thought that was the case. And I figured, after week 3, it'll start to come up. It seems like it sometimes seems like it's gotten worse for some teams.
Yeah. I don't understand it.
I don't get it either. And, we can talk about the Big Ten football being absolute trash, but
it is dog shit.
It's so bad.
The Big Ten is so bad.
So bad.
Actually, all the conferences are horrible, but the Big Ten is so bad.
Oh my God. It's depressing to watch.
Yeah.
It's depressing to see the scores.
It's really hard to get up for college football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even then, I'm really happy for Northwestern.
Yeah, I know it.
But even that game was tough to watch.
Yeah.
Even though it was a good game.
What was it, the whole third quarter? Did you see that? It was punt. Yeah,
nobody did anything. Like, well, they have really good defense. I don't think so.
I think
they have bad offenses.
Yeah, I think that's it. And they can tackle. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
That's the one thing that Northwestern give you. Like, they're not going to miss tackles.
Yeah, they fucking get you on the ground.
Yeah, that's happening.
Uh-huh. And then just Penn State just 0-5.
First time in school history.
0-5?
0-5.
Oh my God. Iowa.
Beat the
shit
out of them.
And then that shit heap of a game of Michigan and Rutgers.
That was just terrible.
And Purdue should have beat fucking Minnesota on Friday night.
Yeah.
That pass interference call was absolute terrible.
Well, he breathed on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, he slapped him on the ass as he got torched by him.
Yeah. Yeah, that...
My favorite was the Illinois win over Nebraska.
Yeah.
And the Illinois Twitter account tweeting out. Did you see it?
I didn't see that.
It said, "Good game, Nebraska. Thanks for bringing Big Ten football back."
Oh my God, that is fucking savage.
It was awesome.
That's
I'm
great.
like, Illinois got like 2 wins, and they just did that. That's awesome.
I hope more teams get into the Twitter stuff like that instead of just trying to be proper all the time. Of like just
talk shit.
That's what Twitter is,
Yes.
from what I can gather.
I mean, it was so funny because I saw it actually on my feed. I saw it and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, I didn't know if it was before the game.
Right.
Like it wasn't sarcasm. And then I saw the score. I'm like, fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome that they did that. Good job, Illinois.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Back on the Ohio State train of, obviously to talk about, because I think the first ranking or the rankings come out this week.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so. And, obviously you kind of have an idea you already know what the top 4 is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Notre Dame, I don't know if Ohio State can beat any of them.
Yeah. We would get torched by any one of those teams.
I'm sure there's one Notre Dame fan listening that's real pissed off of like, hey, man, I just don't respect your program.
No, I don't either. Sorry.
Well, we just beat Clemson. No, you didn't.
You beat a Trevor
him
Lawrence.
Without Trevor Lawrence. Well, the other kid threw for 300 yards. Not the fucking same, pal.
Not the same, buddy.
It's just not the same.
It's really not. I really, and I, my buddies probably are going to listen to this and get all hyped up too. But Florida, I think, would compete better in the top 4. They just had a shitty game and got beat by Texas A&M. Like they need Texas A&M to lose so bad,
right?
Because I think they would compete like over Notre Dame. Because the bad part is I don't think they're not going to let a 1-loss team in over a undefeated Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame won't be undefeated.
You're right. They got to play.
They're going to play Clemson. They'll get beat by 30.
Yeah, and I don't think Florida. I don't know. They may be able to pull something off and beat Alabama in the SEC game, but it's just like I think they're a very good football team, and it just sucks that they have that one fucking loss,
right?
And they can't avenge it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like I need to, since everything's been so down this year with Florida. Like, I need to see more. Like, I need them to get in to see. Yeah. I need to see you play Clemson. Because I don't know if I trust you yet.
Yeah.
Because the SEC East
is weak.
Is fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
It's as bad as the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So you're beating up those teams. I don't trust that. I need to see you play Alabama. I need to see you play Clemson. And because I hope you're back.
Yeah,
I really
exactly.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that Trask kid's pretty good.
I think he is too, yeah. And I think he's a sneaky Heisman pick. If Trevor Lawrence can't keep playing games.
I think Fields lost it yesterday. You can't throw 3 interceptions. No. Horrendous interceptions.
Exactly.
I'll give you the first one because he kind of said that, hey, I thought it was 1 deep and they were 2 deep and I didn't see the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that happens in football. Now the other 2 of
you just threw it to him?
Hey, you were actually being sacked and you just decided to throw it out into the center field a couple times.
Yeah. Just take the sack, bud.
Hey, man.
They'd live to fight another down. I mean,
how bad is their offensive line?
Absolute trash.
How do you let a defensive tackle multiple times in the game go untouched up the middle?
I know.
I'm like, well, I thought you were going to get him. Yeah. No, I thought you were going to get him.
Yeah.
No, he just came off the ball and neither of you touched him. And then you start going, Jesus, Fields. I'm like, well, hey, man, you don't have he got the ball and the guy was there.
Exactly. You don't have time to do anything.
Fields has massive problems of. That's kind of when being so athletic is probably a detriment. Of
you feel like you can get out of
everything. Yeah. Of like, hey man, you got to get rid of the ball. There's a blitz coming, and you see the blitz coming. Of you got to get out of there.
Yeah, you get out of there, get rid of it because it's. I mean, go back to the Trask kid. I mean, I think he's had like 4 games in a row now where it's 350 plus.
Yeah,
and then multiple touchdowns. And he's going to climb the ladder a little bit because I mean I know Fields threw for 300 yards yesterday, but it looked terrible. I mean, it was
just bad.
Yeah, I mean and I'll say it, if Trask had the multitude of receivers that Ohio State has, he'd probably be throwing for 400 plus, or he would have a bad game and still able to throw 300 yards because those guys are after the catch are amazing.
Right. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, Fields still rushed for 78 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And the offense rushed for 300 yards also, which brings me to this of the Ryan Day, which I really like Ryan Day. This isn't a bash on him, but it kind of is. is, boy, he kind of gets too cute, and it's always like, all right, let's go for the kill shot all the time. I'm like, hey, man, just that 8-yard pass is okay. You don't have to hold it for 30-yard bombs every play.
Yeah.
But the one that really got me was, hey, it's 4th and 1, and you ran this tricky little fucking bootleg play of like, you've rushed for almost 300 yards. How about you just give it to your big-ass tailback or put your big-ass quarterback under center and let him sneak it like he has every other week.
Yeah.
Why does it, oh, hey, they ain't going to see this coming.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's really tough to convert that, and it's toward the end of the game. You get a first down there, the game's over.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of times you overcoach yourself sometimes, and you're like, okay, well, they're expecting us to run right up the middle. We're going to do this.
If you're Ohio State and they're Indiana, though, it doesn't matter.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm on the side of just get it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything special. Down. Because if you do that and you don't get the first down, you're in the same situation that you were. Right. At least you did an easy bread and butter thing and not some. Right. It just makes you look dumb to do that kind of tricky shit in that situation.
I would have still been upset if they'd have just thrown a pass.
Yeah.
But not as upset of like, hey, what's this misdirection rollout kind of?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Just throw a quick slant. That's what I was talking with my brother yesterday of like about all trying to goofy stuff and deep passes, and Sean reminds me of the things that I always say of like, Alabama has 80-yard touchdown passes that they complete off slants.
Yeah.
Just get your guy the ball. It doesn't have to be this elaborate scheme. Oh, that's one of the best in the country. If I can throw it to him on the run 8 yards down the field, he's probably going to make something happen with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty good chance.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were simpler things to do in that situation to get it. I mean, if you want to throw the ball, but make it, I mean, a simple thing would have been fine. Some guy playing press coverage on you on a 4th and 1, all it is a nice little slant or anything a curl. I mean, it's 1 yard.
It's just such a. And I'll tell you on the Michigan side of it, and I didn't want to switch the subject that quick on you. And I'm sorry, unless you have something else to say.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. You're good.
When they made their quarterback switch of like, hey, that guy looks way fucking better than the other kid. What? Why wasn't he playing?
Yeah, I know it.
No, I understand the other kid's younger and you're trying to get him reps and stuff like that, but it seemed like the McNamara was the proper answer as far as throwing on target.
I don't like. I think the Milton kid's okay. I think that he's not a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like his throwing ability is super in question because he just throws it as hard as he fucking can. Yeah. I think if he would develop some sort of finesse or just tone it down a little bit, I think he'd be better. But I think he throws so many incompletions because like he throws rockets every time he throws the ball. Like it doesn't have to be that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's because is he a freshman?
I believe so.
I think that'll come to. I mean, he's with
a junior.
He's with the quarterback.
He's a junior.
Oh, well, that's different then.
Yeah, it's really different. He should have. He should have already developed. If
he was like a redshirt freshman, it was like, okay, well, yeah, he's gonna, especially under the quarterback guru. I mean, nobody's better with quarterbacks than Jim Harbaugh.
Exactly.
I mean, he's the greatest ever to do it. I mean, Andrew Luck. From what I heard coming out of high school, that Andrew Luck was like a NAIA quarterback, and Jim Harbaugh thought he could turn him around, so he brought him to Stanford and made him the number 1 overall draft pick. That's the story that I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
That's how good he is at developing quarterbacks and finding his quarterback.
Okay.
But yeah, if that kid's a junior and still throwing fucking 90-mile-an-hour fastballs on 3-yard fucking hot routes, I'm like, hey, man.
You're probably not doing
maybe
anything.
Not quarterback material because touch is kind of important. Like the big arm thing, awesome. Not everybody has it.
No.
But you only use that once in a while.
Yeah.
So that kid's all right. So we're off on him. Milton's done.
I think you have to go with the backup. Yeah. For now, I mean, you won a game with him. I think you have to do that, and Milton just go carry the ball.
I mean, that's a quality win against Rutgers.
Yeah.
For Michigan people.
Quality 0-3 overtime win.
Yeah. Triple overtime.
Overtime.
Prime time. Yeah. Rutgers.
Yeah, exactly.
For the last 2 out of 3 weeks. In prime time fucking football at Rutgers. What are we doing?
God. I don't have really much else to say about college football right now because it's just not good as a whole. I just don't have anything positive to say. I want it to be better. That's the bad part. I want it to be better.
Yeah.
And it's not happening right now.
I wonder if it's some of it is because there's no crossovers, you know?
Yeah.
Like nobody's playing anybody from other conferences. So it's like, all right, well, we know there's only one team in each conference that's any good. And if they can't go play other conferences, this is just going to be boring as shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. It's very boring. And I just don't know what to think of it anymore. It's kind of making me upset.
Yeah.
Of how bad it is.
I'm such a huge college. Like, I'm way more of a college football fan than I am an NFL fan. But this year, I am so much more of an NFL fan than I am a college.
And I'm the opposite. I mean, I watch more NFL football than I do college football on a typical year. But I still watch it, and I'm just like, it makes me not want to watch it because I'm a Buckeye fan. I like to watch other teams play because I kind of know what Ohio State is. I know what they're going to be. Yeah. And I like to watch other teams just to pick up on. Like, I always like to watch Oklahoma when, not this year, but with Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Right. Even last year with Hurts, I still like to watch them because they do fun shit on offense. Yeah. They, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't get that this year because it's just not as good. You know what I mean? It's just not as good this year.
There's nothing there.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm still glad we have a season.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy to have something to watch.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
Just different.
Yeah. There's the college football playoff. You're going to see a lot of people say some stupid shit about who should be in because of how bad it is. And I don't know if I think you're going to see some weird things, as in different teams are up higher than probably what they should be because of this year.
Yeah. Well, like Cincinnati being at 6 already or whatever.
Yeah, something like
5
that.
Or whatever the hell they were.
I just think that you're going to see some weird teams come up there and make a splash because of this year,
The funny thing is the best games are the lower, are the Macs and the Cincinnatis of like, it just seems like both those teams are playing football.
Yeah. I mean, hell, Liberty is fucking something. I picked them to win yesterday, but fucking NC, they end up getting beat by 1. But yeah, they're up and
Appalachian
coming.
State took, Coastal Carolina down to the wire.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. That was 3-point win?
Something like that. It was a good game. I watched the second half of that. Yeah. Good game.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's just the big boys are tough to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you can't put Cincinnati and them in. They can't. What, you want fucking Georgia in there? I think Cincinnati probably beat Georgia.
They might.
Easily.
They might because Georgia has no quarterback.
Terrible.
And when you don't have a quarterback, you typically are not good.
Can't play.
Yeah.
You can't play college football.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Win with defense. No, you won't.
No, you won't. Not in college.
Not in college football, you won't.
I still want to see that Cincinnati BYU game. I think that would be a fun one to watch. I think it's more of it's a similar, what do you want to say, talent level?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't throw Cincinnati immediately.
Against Alabama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You give them, a tougher game in their little realm of teams that are lower level. You know what I'm saying? And see how that one goes, and then kind of throw them up to the big dogs. Don't just throw them into the fire. And
I think that's one. It's one of those. It's such a great year for there to be 8 teams in.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not doing that is so stupid.
I know it. I know.
Hey,
let them in.
Well, we like the conversation about it's stupid conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty simple. 5 power conferences. What champion of each one gets in? That leaves you 3 teams to.
Yep.
There you go.
That's all you got to do.
Pretty goddamn simple.
Yep. Because there's 3 of the Power 5 winners will be in there anyway.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 Power 5 conferences are terrible anyway.
Yeah.
Throw 2 3. Whoever wins the Pac-12.
It is shockingly like it feels like the Big 12 doesn't even exist.
I know.
Like the Bedlam game was last night. I watched none of it.
The Pac-12,
I did not care.
The Pac-12 is getting more recognition this year than the fucking Big 12 is.
Which is good for them because they switched up their times of when they're playing. Of like, Yeah, play when most of the country's awake.
Exactly.
That's, stop playing at midnight.
Yeah.
Well, they never talk about us. Well, nobody sees you. Well, we played a 9 o'clock game. Your time.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the country's on our time. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, just move it up.
And then I gotta hear that shit. Ah, man, it's sports is great. You roll out of bed and watch the NFL over breakfast. Like, no, it doesn't start till 1. It doesn't start at 9 and 10. You fucking asshole. Oh, you got to watch all Monday Night Football and still go to bed by 8:30?
Yeah. Fuckers.
Assholes. That's why they pay such high taxes.
Yeah. It's the time.
It's a football tax.
You get to watch all the games?
You get to watch all the game and not have to stay up till midnight?
Lucky. All
it's
right.
like, I can't tell you the last time I watched the, because they always have to do it on Monday, is the NCAA championship game.
Yeah.
For basketball of like, it starts at 9 o'clock on a Monday of like, I can't tell you the last time I seen the actual
championship game, yeah.
I mean,
It's been a while for me to watch a whole game. I mean, I want to go to bed,
Yeah. I'm like,
I like sleep. I think last year.
I don't care that much about it.
Last year was the first year I watched.
It's fucking basketball.
Yeah. I think last year was the first year I watched the entire college football national championship game.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. If it's not a team that you're into.
Yeah.
Hey, it's getting late.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Feels like you guys could do this on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like you normally do. But Monday's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
For some reason.
Sense. Dumbasses.
Fucking assholes. I did see the local kid signed a undrafted free agent with
the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for him.
Whatever, a 10-day contract or whatever that is.
The other local kid signed with the Mavericks.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
So
Good.
Xavier and Dakota.
Yep.
Be interesting. I hope they make it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough.
Super tough, especially with only 15.
Xavier. Of like, hey, they just won the championship and you signed a
a future. Was it a training camp contract?
Training camp contract. So if you don't make the team, bye-bye.
Yeah. That's kind of
granted, I mean, Rondo and them's out of town but still. That's why I was wondering, being an Ohio kid and with the AAU circuits and stuff, is like, does LeBron know him? I'm sure he does. Maybe that's why.
For sure. Because I think that they played, because LeBron has his own AAU teams in Ohio.
Yeah.
He played for that team. So I think there's a little connection.
That's kind of my thought of why he ended up with that.
Yeah.
Which honestly, it'd be good for LeBron to go, hey, here's a kid that plays a little defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's big enough, but handles the ball amazingly and never shoots. So he can just distribute to me.
Exactly.
So he could do the point guard thing, so I don't have to.
Uh-huh.
And I know he's not going to keep the ball and shoot it.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah. He's a smaller Rondo, because Rondo never shoots the ball either.
No.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they do something.
Yeah. The NBA free agency went fast.
Yeah.
Like they said 80.
What did Gordon Hayward sign?
The Hornets.
That was such a weird thing.
I know.
It was like, hey, he's either going with the Celtics or going back to Indiana. It's like, he signs a huge contract with the Hornets. I'm like, where the fuck did they come from?
Yeah, I know it.
Where are the Hornets at? Are they in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Whose team is that?
Michael Jordan's.
Is that Michael Jordan's team?
Uh-huh.
They've changed names so many fucking times. They used to be the Bobcats?
Yeah, then they were the Pelicans.
No, the Pelicans are...
Yeah, but they switched. They flip-flopped.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, I know it.
They drafted the ball kid.
The Hornets did, yeah.
I'm sure that'll backfire.
Yeah, I'm sure it will too.
Okay. Well, there's all the NBA talk, and now we have 0 listeners left.
Yeah.
They're all like, fuck. You guys just talk soccer?
I thought that was weird, though, because there's only been like a day into the NBA free agency, and 89% of the team's rosters are filled.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like every team has 14 out of 15 spots filled. I'm like,
that was the one that I seen yesterday where it was like, it flashes the breaking news.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony signs 1-year deal with the Trailblazers. So that's not breaking. Nobody cares where Carmelo's going. Oh, you mean he's going to go over there and shoot the ball a whole bunch and not win? Okay.
I watched some of the bubble games with him. Or no, they didn't get in. Did they get in the bubble?
Trailblazers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were out quick.
Yeah. I watched, I don't know. He kind of fit in a little bit because I think he knows that it's Lillard's team. It's Lillard's
team. Like, he's pretty good.
Yeah, like he's dropping 60 a piece. I'll just do my role. I'll get my 12 to 15 and I'll be good.
That's kind of where you're at these days.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move to the big boys, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can move to the big boys.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not in the other things.
Other realm?
No, I did see This is kind of some fun betting news and NFL news. The Saints are starting Taysom Hill at quarterback instead of Jameis Winston.
That shocked me.
Shocked me too. The best part about it is on ESPN, if you're a fantasy bettor, and on FanDuel, he is not listed as a quarterback on ESPN fantasy. He is listed as a tight end.
Okay.
And on FanDuel, he is still his normal flex.
Huh.
And
I wonder if they'll change that today.
They're not. They came out and said they're going to leave it for this weekend and then change it if he continues to play quarterback. Yes. I have a buddy in my league who was smart enough to start him at tight end, and we have boosted points, so he pretty much is starting two quarterbacks.
You're
I'm like,
fucked.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not playing him this week, so it kind of
whoever's playing him's fucked.
But I texted
unless
him.
He just throws like 8 interceptions.
Yeah. And I texted him like, dude, that's really smart. He's like, yeah. He goes, I figured everybody would be pissed off. I said, actually, the people who texted me were like, I wish I would have done that. That was smart as shit. I did put him at my flex for one of my FanDuel ones just to fuck it, you know.
Yeah, I haven't done the FanDuel ones
I haven't done ours yet. I haven't done ours yet, but
I don't know. Did I win last week again?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been on a bit of a run.
You have. I've been too cutesy.
You and George need to step your games up.
I beat George. I think George has got like the worst he's ever done last week.
I think you had a lot of Steelers guys.
Yeah.
And it's tough because the Steelers are kind of like how the Patriots are now.
Yeah.
Or not now, but have they been in the past? It's like somebody's going to have a huge game, and you got to pick the right, because they have like 5 guys, and you just got to pick the right one.
Yeah, that and how fucking Sean Payton used to be with all those receivers. It was like, this guy's got the best matchup this week. He's getting all the targets. Nope, sorry.
One target. Okay.
Yeah, fuck. So
but I feel like the Saints had to do that.
Yeah.
Like they've been saying, hey, this is our next guy. This is our next guy. If you came out and started Jameis, of like, hey,
I thought
we gave this guy all this money because he was going to be the next guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know. And if he sucks because you have Jameis. So you're kind of
you need to know.
Yeah, I mean.
Because somebody's getting, well, you have to now because then you can cut Taysom next year because he's too expensive because they're $100 million over the cap already.
Yeah, for sure. And who knows? 11 fractures for Breeze.
Yeah.
11 ribs.
Yeah, because when didn't that come out today that they found a couple more?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's...
And a punctured lung.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a week-to-week thing. That's like 2 to 3 weeks. And
shockingly enough, the punctured lung is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that was such a... Oh, no, they just stick a needle in there, it reinflates, and then you're fine. And I was like, oh, well, it sounds worse than it is, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I've had bruised ribs before, and it was hard to breathe. I could imagine having fractured ribs.
Yeah.
And it, like, anytime you breathe, you're just in pain. I mean, if he wants to play with it, go ahead. But I didn't even want to like wake up to it.
Yeah, that's.
But I'm a bitch.
So is his career over then? You think? I mean, it's good for his shoulder.
Yeah, I can't keep thinking that he's going to be like, I got one more year.
I don't think he's playing next year. I mean, is it over? Is he going to be able to come back for playoffs?
Yeah,
I mean, is 4-5 weeks?
I think
6
honestly,
weeks
I would
probably good enough.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They didn't release a time. They said week to week because they didn't know.
They didn't know
the whatever you want to call it.
Well, they're gonna say week to week on the lung because you just get the needle for the other stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point too. So yeah, who knows? He might come back if they start to dip out of playoff range. He may come back a little early and just have to make something out of it. But who knows?
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at it, you have 2 top teams in each side.
Yeah,
and then everybody else is kind of open. Like there's a lot of fight for playoff spots right now. And it's fun. The NFL's fun this year because there's that 7th spot.
Yeah,
and so
it could go to 8.
It could go to 8. So now you're looking at teams. Oh fuck! Oh, I got a shot now.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah. Here we go. I mean, look at the Dolphins. Look, they're up now. They're in the playoff picture now.
What, Tua?
I know
it's okay.
Yeah,
he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, I think he's going to beat the piss out of the Broncos today, but
who doesn't?
Yeah, that's a good point. And that's
Who they drive that? Hey, Drew Lock?
No, you're not the guy. Not the guy.
Not the fucking guy.
I was optimistic before the season started because the way he ended last season.
Right.
After I watched him after his first 3 full games this year, I went, yeah, he's not it. So here's my dilemma with that.
Okay.
Elway is terrible at drafting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking horrible at drafting quarterbacks. But there's one thing he is really good at, getting already good quarterbacks to come play for his team.
Right.
I think that's the route that they need to go with. Fuck the draft. You do a really good job of drafting other positions.
Yeah.
Like we've done solid since he's been there, drafting other positions other than the quarterback. Go get somebody in free agency or trade or something. Because I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's the people that you have helping him come along. I don't know what it is, but we're not good at developing the quarterback in Denver. We're just not. I don't know if we ever have been.
Well, I mean, that's not developmental wise. That's not on him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Which I think your coach get fired anyways.
I could see it. Yeah.
And that's the weird thing is what they're saying is because Drew Lock is such a John Elway guy. Like that's his guy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, hey man, like this last year, like the Bengals, like Joe Burrow's a dude. Herbert's a dude. Tua looks like he's a dude.
Yeah.
Like you got to find somebody.
Yeah. And I don't think I hate, people are saying like this is his guy. He really likes him. I don't know if you can say a second round pick is your guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he was until
available.
You find another guy.
Exactly. He's like an in-betweener.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that are trade worthy. There's, depending on how draft goes and other things of that nature, you can offer money to some free agent quarterbacks.
Yeah, because there's going to be some available.
There's going to be some available. I mean, we're one right off the top of my head.
Jameis Winston. That's one that comes off the top of my head. Press Dak comes off the top of my head. You have a ton of money coming off. Right.
They have a ton of money next year. And another one that, because the Jets are going to draft a quarterback. Sam Darnold isn't a bad quarterback.
No.
He's not.
He just plays for the Jets.
He just plays for the Jets. That's one I'm okay with, too. And Stafford. I know he's towards the end of the year, and that's the one you don't want.
I wouldn't do that to him.
I mean...
Because you're not going to be any good.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to go somewhere that's ready to win now.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, granted, you get all your defensive guys back, and hey, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Stafford, fucking Chicago would have been the place for him.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Hey, we can hold people under 20 points, and we know you can get over 20.
Yeah. Yeah, and even Garoppolo would be an efficient one to have.
Yeah.
It come to Denver. You know what I'm saying? If the Niners are wanting to,
they will.
I think they will too. But that's just there's plenty of options to not waste your first round pick on one.
Right.
Because you're not going to be bad enough to get one of the good ones. So don't waste it on,
because they're going to be like 7, 8, aren't they?
They're like 12 right now.
12. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not. You're not getting anybody that's good. You're getting a piece to help whoever you get, whether that's offensive line, secondary, anything like that. So
yeah,
that's just what I think. I quit trying to draft the next guy. Just go find the next guy.
Right.
Go trade for him. Do something. I
think that was as far as finding the next guy thing goes. I think that was the funny from Rivera is just turning into a fucking clown.
He is, man.
He came out and said, well, I'll tell you, if the Bengals would have taken Chase Young, we would have taken Joe Burrow at 2. Like, well, no fucking shit, man. I mean, who says that?
Yeah, what?
When were they never not going to take him?
Yeah.
They cut their quarterback of 10 years. Yeah. What do you think was going to... they cut their quarterback, and they're probably going to take a defensive guy. The fuck out of here with that.
Fuck up.
Well, if he was there, well, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the Heisman Trophy winner that set every record in college?
You're not going to take him?
Yeah.
No, fuck it.
Jesus.
Idiot.
What a clown.
Yeah, he's turning into a shitty coach.
Yeah.
Saying stupid shit.
It starts making you wonder if, was he ever a good coach? Or did he just have Cam Newton when he was really good?
Yeah.
Which could be it, too.
Could be it, too. I mean, could have done that. Could have been the guys
Still
around
struggle
him.
watching Alex Smith take a snap every time. It's like, oh, don't do it.
Don't get hurt,
oh, my
please.
God, they're going to blitz. Oh.
I don't want him to get hurt. I really don't. I would, throw up if I saw that again.
Yeah. I mean, I'd watch it several times, but it'd be tough. I think the next time, I don't think you're keeping that leg. I don't think they can do any more to it. I mean,
yeah, there's already plenty in there. That's
your hamstring is your shin bone, or whatever the hell that is. I don't know.
It's something gross. You got anything else to add to the conversation of?
Probably. It's probably a shit opinion. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I have something to say.
Go ahead.
No.
Oh.
About whatever you're going to say, I'll have something to say.
I was just thinking of some of these teams that are bad, but yet, like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be bad. I know Dak got hurt. I know, but they weren't good when he was there. What the hell's going on? Like, is it just Jerry Jones needs to leave? I know we've already talked about that, but what is it? Because it's just like your defense is garbage. Your offense can't do anything. Zeke sucks. What the fuck?
That's my biggest question is why is Zeke so bad at football now?
Yeah.
I mean, is it just a total scheme thing of like this? Now, granted, I understand, when you fumble the ball a lot, it's tough to get, the carries.
Mm-hmm.
But before he had that 3 fumble game, it was still like, he had 12 carries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you paid him like $16 million. 12 carries isn't enough. What are you doing?
That's my thing, too. And then you have Andy Dalton. I think he's playing this week.
Is he?
I think. And you have another young quarterback. Why wouldn't you feed the fucker you paid way too much money for?
Right.
Would just give him the goddamn ball. I know he fumbled 3 times.
You have to do it because you got to cut him next year.
Exactly.
You have to.
You have to cut him next year. I don't know what they're doing in that whole scheme of things. I don't get it. I just don't understand that aspect of it. Of you shouldn't be this bad.
No. Because it's always every year.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they got this talented roster, and they do.
They do. One of the best on paper rosters.
Yeah, and they're just bad.
Yeah,
and Mike McCarthy is just making it worse.
Yeah,
and it's the funny thing. Go, hey, maybe Jason Garrett wasn't the fucking problem.
Yeah, maybe
you got a big problem in that locker room because it seems like that's a big deal.
It seems like everybody thinks that they're better than what they are.
Yeah,
and they all have these big fucking egos and all this shit. And I saw a report come out. I was like, Mike McCarthy is still keeping his promise of going more of the analytical route. It hasn't fucking helped him. Who cares? Win a goddamn game, then we can talk about analytics.
Yeah. I get so tired of, and I'm for analytics.
Yeah.
Except for, hey, and I listened to an interview with that Mina Kimes from NFL Live.
Yeah.
Super smart. It's like she was like, I went to Yale or whatever and graduated that cum laude something, whatever that is. Where
Magna
you're really
cum
smart.
laude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe cum laudes.
Magna cum laude. Sorry.
Dude, you just kicked me in the shin.
I'm sorry.
Right where I have a cut. I mean, that hurt so fucking bad.
I'm sorry. Did you need to kick me in the shin? Are you wearing boots?
No.
Okay.
Wearing boat shoes because it's raining.
Nice. And you sailed over here?
Yeah, I sailed over here. No, she was talking about, because she's a stats person. And that was kind of what she was talking about, of like, I'm all for all of this. You know, that this is my thing as the stats, but at some point in time, you also have to coach football. You just can't. So many teams are like, well, we got to be into these metrics.
Yeah.
Like, no. And you even have her as a stats person going, no, this is just a piece. You have to have a gut feel for how the game's going.
Exactly.
Like, well, the stat sheet says I should go for 2 here. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, maybe it's not the time to be going for 2, pal, because there's 2 minutes left in the game, and if you kick an extra point, you're up 4.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Dumbasses.
But yeah, it's so many teams have went to that where it's like, well, when they're down 14, they're going for 2.
Mm-hmm.
They scored a touchdown going for 2. Well,
why?
Well, because the stats say if it's a 50% make, so if you score 2 touchdowns, you go for 2 twice, you're in the same spot if you miss one.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make the first one, then you got a chance to win. It's like, or you could just kick the field goal and be down 1 score.
Yeah, exactly. That's just,
and not have to.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times that you have to make the 2-point conversion for the tie very rarely works.
Yeah. That's where it comes to me of the overcoaching.
Yeah.
Just go with what
go
with what you do. You're obviously good enough to be an NFL coach.
Yeah.
Because we always talk about like, they suck. Well, they suck for the NFL.
Yeah.
They're not that, you know what I mean? Like, but still, like, you don't have to do that. Just go down 1 score. Like in that scenario, just go down 1 score.
Yeah.
Don't, if we do this, and this, that's too much.
And that it's like, hey, are your stats not looking at? Okay, well, you made that score.
Mm-hmm.
You're down 8.
Yeah.
And you kick kick the extra point and be down 7, or you go for 2 and be down 6.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the next time you can go for the win.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, but what if you don't get it and now you're down 8? And what if they go down and kick a field goal instead of being down 3, you're down 4? That's a big fucking problem.
Yeah, exactly.
instead of down 10, you're down 11. That's a big problem. You're not looking at what the other team still has a say so in what goes on in this game.
Exactly.
It's just not.
It's not you.
It's just not you.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not a big analytical guy. I'm more of, stick to your game plan and feel how the game is going. But that's just me. I mean, we just really now. I like the analytics, mainly not necessarily the 2-point conversion end of game situation, that aspect of it.
Right.
I like it for fourth downs.
Yeah.
When what are the percentages of this fourth down? What are the percentages going for it for here, depending on where we're at on the field?
Right.
I like those. I think it gives you a confidence in your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, coach, we can go for it.
Yeah.
He must, we want to win. That shows like an aggressiveness to it.
I wonder how much they look into what's your defense.
Yeah.
Because if you're a lockdown defense, punt it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're a bend but don't break defense, go for it. Because what good's pinning somebody at the 5 if you're going to let them get 50 yards before you start locking down? So
yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But yeah, that's probably the only way I like the analytics in that aspect of it.
Yeah, the whole when to go for 2, when not to go. It's just a feeling, man.
Yeah,
just go
for 2 if you
want.
For
the most part, kick the extra point.
Yeah,
keep it manageable. Don't chase points.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Fuckers.
I don't like that. I know.
I don't know what they must not be listening to this show.
They must not be. They're not listening to us.
Because they're not doing shit that we say they should be doing.
Pussies.
Fuckers.
So we talked about the playoffs with the NFL.
Playoffs.
So the AFC, Pitt is 1, Kansas City 2, Buffalo 3, Indy 4, the Raiders are 5.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are 6, and Baltimore 7.
Yeah.
The Browns are 8, and the Titans are 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all 6 and 3.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. Those are a fun next however many weeks we got left.
Especially now, because the one team that's in there, you don't know what they are anymore with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, you got beat by the Patriots.
Because,
which is so weird. A year or so removed, it's like, fuck, dude, you lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, what the fuck is that about?
I know it. That's fun. So even the Bills at 7 and 3.
Yeah.
Because they got to play Miami again. I think maybe even twice. I don't know if they've played yet. The Bills, only one more time, and it's the last game of the season. But they have to play the Steelers. They got to play the Patriots again, and they got to play the Dolphins. And the Patriots at 4 and 5 could somehow, if they get their shit together, could make a push up if those other teams lose. Because I know
tell you, the one that gets me is just the Bills. Like they had that 3-week span where it's like they forgot how to play football, and then they got right back into being a good team. It was like, well, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and you look at the Raiders. Okay, they've shown promise, but they play the Chiefs this week. Falcons, Jets. They play the Colts. The Chargers could do something. They're competitive, and then they got Dolphins. So you play of your next 6 games. 3 of those teams are in the playoffs right now. That's a tough schedule to go out on. I'm just looking at more of these bottom level teams like Miami. Miami goes. They got a nice schedule these next 3 games. Denver, New York, the Jets, and the Bengals.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the Bengals won't be competitive with them, but you look at record wise, those are all 3 should be wins for the Dolphins.
And I'll tell you what's been great is 1, AFC North, motherfucker. It's a motherfucker. Because even obviously I'm a Bengals fan, bit of a homer here.
Yeah.
So the only games you have the Ravens and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Other than that, Bengals have been competitive and should have won almost all of them. Except those 2 where they got ass stomped.
Yeah.
But those are, the Steelers, man, they still don't get, they're like 9-0. No respect.
Yeah.
And now, granted, I don't know that they can take out Kansas City.
Yeah. They don't get a lot of respect because their 9-0 has been from a very easy schedule.
Right.
I mean, you look at it, really, your only 2 tough teams were the Ravens and the Titans so far.
Right.
You beat a lot of other non-good teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say, oh, well, the Browns are 6-3. Yeah, but when it comes to Pittsburgh and Cleveland, there's a dominant team and there's a non-dominant team. But the Browns have an easier schedule left. It goes Eagles, Jags, Titans. You got to play the Ravens, and you got to play the Steelers again. But then you have both New York teams,
right?
So they have a kind of an easy schedule to kind of make that push those teams up. I think it's going to be a real fun next couple of weeks.
That's kind of where I look being a Bengals fan of. Mm-hmm. I love it's. I watch them every week.
Yeah.
Even though they've been fun to watch though. Mm-hmm. T. Higgins.
Yeah.
It's going to be something.
Yeah, he is.
But now the only bad thing is they need some help. They need some draft.
Yeah.
But the way they've been playing they play Washington this week, so they get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
They still got to play Dallas. They still got to play New York.
Yeah.
Shit, man, the Bengals end up with 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, and
be like a ninth pick
mm-hmm.
when they could be, a top 5 guy. You'd be right now a top 3 and say whoever's picking 2 doesn't take Justin Fields. And I was like, oh, you want a quarterback?
Yeah.
You're going to have to give us a whole,
up.
even though I don't know if anybody's explained to Mike Brown that you're allowed to trade your draft picks, but somebody should.
Somebody should. So then we flip over to the NFC, and you have your 3 top teams are Green Bay, New Orleans, and Seattle. All have 7 wins, which all have 7 wins. There's not a definite, number 1 there. Then your 4th seed is the Eagles at 3-5. Because that division is so bad.
When they showed, I think it was one of the college games yesterday, they were talking about something and they showed the standings of the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God. And it's the same conversation we were having a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Because it was the same thing.
Yep.
The fact that the Washington football team, if they beat the Bengals today, catapult up to the top with with 3 wins.
Yep. Yeah. So that's your top 4. Those are your division leaders. 5 is Tampa Bay at 7-3. The Rams at 6-3. Yeah. 7 is Arizona at 6-4. Chicago is on the outs at 8-8.
Well, they're on their way down.
Well, but 7-3, 6-3, 6-4. Then now we're out of the playoffs. 5-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-6, and then the rest are 3-7. So New York, and if New York wins today, they go up as the leader of that division. Not Washington. Washington only has 2 wins.
Yeah.
So and then Minnesota, if they keep winning, they're going to jump some teams. They're going to jump Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So that it gets a little even more fun with that. And
the funny thing is at the end of the day in the NFC East, the Eagles having that tie with the Bengals is going to come into huge play when they make the playoffs.
Because it goes as a win.
Yeah, you get a half point.
Yep.
So it's like, the inability to beat the Bengals, but realistically, the Bengals should have won that game.
Yes, they should have.
But that's going to come into huge play.
Yeah,
huge play in the NFC East.
Because I don't even know. Nobody knows what the Rams are.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Will the hosting a playoff game team from the NFC East, will that team have 5 wins?
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
The leader's at 3 right now, right?
Yes. The leader, the
Giants. They're still going to play each other. I think the Giants doing all right.
The Giants and the Eagles
Even though there was
both
a talk
have 3
that
wins.
The head coach and the offensive line coach got in a fist fight, and the offensive line coach got fired.
Yeah, because they brought in somebody else to help.
Yeah.
They brought in, and so he got pissed off, and then he got fired.
Yeah, they said there was a fist. Like one guy said, "There's a fist fight." Now all the Giants people are like, "There was no fist fight." Like I want to see Joe Judge.
Yeah,
because the guy that got fired was like 6'8", 300 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
offensive lineman in the NFL for like 12 years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Joe Judge isn't a small guy.
No, but he's not that guy.
No, he's not that guy. I tell you, but if
I would, because it came out that way. It's like, well, you fire an offensive line coach on a Wednesday. Something had to happen. And then it was started thinking later of, oh, well, it's a bye week. So it's not, because Wednesday is a pretty big work day for the fucking NFL.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, I read the thing is they were bringing in another guy to help out.
Yeah.
Like they were just pretty much as like an assistant, and he got pissed off and didn't agree with it, and that's why he was fired. Yeah. I don't know if there was a fist fight or not, but
I hope there was.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because how much better would it be
if there was?
How much more would the locker room? Because I think they love Joe Judge already.
Mm-hmm.
How much more would they love him and be like, hey man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I don't care how big he is. I'll punch him in the face.
Exactly.
And then fire him.
Because that's who I am. I'm your boss.
I am.
Yeah, I would play for that guy.
Yeah. I mean, he jumped in the mud in training camp.
Yeah.
So why not?
Why not?
Imagine if they had Saquon. They'd be running away with the division right now.
Yeah, they would at 4 wins.
Yeah.
The Eagles do not have an easy schedule. The Browns are a toss-up always, no matter what. Right. But then you go...
They got Nick Chubb back, though, so that's a problem for the Eagles.
It is. Then you go Seattle. Then you go Green Bay. Then you go New Orleans. Then you go Arizona.
Yeah.
And then it's Cowboys, Washington. So that's not an easy next 4 or 5 games for those guys. Then you swing over to the Giants, who have Bengals, Seahawks, Cardinals, Browns, Ravens, Cowboys. So that's
pretty simple, too, because you don't know...
You don't know what the Ravens
who the Cardinals are.
Yeah.
I don't know who Seattle is, even though I think both those teams will beat them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
They're going to give the Browns a run for their money.
The Giants' defense has been
solid.
Pretty damn good.
Solid, yeah. And, I mean, I think Joe Judge's best thing is he went out and got guys as coordinators that have done it before. Yeah. He didn't get new people who are just trying to make a name for themselves. He went and got experienced people.
Well, he didn't fall into that trick of, hey, let's go get the 30-year-old kid.
Yeah, exactly. And then you look at Minnesota, because I think Minnesota's a wild card team coming up. Because you got the Cowboys this week, then Panthers, Jags. Okay, then you got the Bucks, Bears, Saints, and Lions.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very... And then you got Cook, who's just hot as hell right now.
Everything.
He's just running the shit out of the ball, which it makes it a pretty fun playoff race for this for the NFL this year.
And that's kind of... I like that, too, because... And I don't... It's just a Mike Zimmer thing. I'm always so on the Vikings just because I like Mike Zimmer. Mm-hmm. And it's nice that, the way they started going, he's going to get fired.
Yeah.
Now of like, hey, man, they're playing pretty fucking good ball.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting. I think I like him because he was with the Bengals when the Bengals were on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
And he's just such a fucking hard ass kind of. I just like, that's a defensive coach. But the two coaches was him and the special teams coach, during Hard Knocks for the Bengals was just because Zimmer's Zimmer, and the special team coach is like, fucking kick the fucking ball and then you fucking go tackle that fucking guy and fucking guys, you need to fucking block and fucking do this and fucking. It's like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, that's and I liked Greg Williams when he was on Hard Knocks, both times, when he was with the Rams and when he was with the Browns.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this motherfucker doesn't care who you are, what you are. He's going to rip your fucking ass if you suck. Yeah. And it's like the one day where the rookies came in first, he was just giving it to the fucking rookies. Just, we will cut your fucking ass. I don't care who's, you think you're a fucking first round pick? Like, oh my God. It's boot camp.
I'll tell you what, like coach wise, I've always had a lot of respect for Tomlin because he's one of the best coaches. Mm-hmm. But even more so what he did this last week.
Yeah.
With, talking about how hard it is to win the NFL and then just throwing that out there. It's not like a Big Ten team playing the MAC.
Yeah.
And like 90% of his rosters, including his quarterback, is from the MAC. Yeah. Of like, and none of the journalists or anything picked that up.
No.
Like that just went unnoticed of like, you realize, like, he just gave you gold because he just shit on every player's conference from college. Yeah. And then Ben comes back and goes, oh, I'll get him back for that as soon as I find out what conference William and Mary's in. Yeah. Because that's where Tomlin played. It was such a great... Yeah. And everybody in there just... Yeah. Oh, coach, on third down. No, he just gave... Follow up on that because that was awesome.
Exactly.
No,
I like the interview where Ben came out and said that his shoulder felt better because he didn't throw the ball all week or something like that. And then he's like, do you have anything? How'd that conversation goes? We had that conversation and I told him that we'll see him on Wednesday. Yeah.
It was short. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was a short conversation. I said I'd see him on Wednesday, but it's a good one.
Yeah,
he seems like it seems like a fun guy to play for.
Everybody, because I've seen a lot of interviews with Pittsburgh guys, like retired guys. Everybody loves him, and he gets no credit.
No, he doesn't.
And because Pittsburgh gets into that too, of like they
expect to win fucking every year,
and they've only won 6 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah,
but like they shit on him, like, oh, I'm so tired of Tomlin. I'm like, hey man, he's been there for 16 years and never had a losing season.
Yeah,
ever.
That's incredible.
Last year, worst season, he had an 8-8 with a 4th string quarterback.
Yeah, like the dude's a Hall of Famer.
He's pretty good.
He's a Hall of Famer right now.
He's pretty good. I mean, he looks like Omar Epps.
Yeah, he does. His second year there, they win a Super Bowl.
Looks like Willie Mays Hayes from Major League 2, not 1. Major League 2.
Is that who is Omar Epps the second one?
2, yeah. Wesley Snipes.
I know Wesley Snipes
the first one. Then they, for some reason, couldn't get him back.
Yeah,
or maybe he was going into the Blade trilogy where he got too big.
Too big. He couldn't afford him.
Like,
yeah.
Hey man, you just don't look. You look like an ass kicker. You don't look like you're fast anymore.
Yeah, you put on muscle.
Yeah, too much muscle. Can't keep bringing this sword in.
Yeah, it's a bat. We swing with a bat, not a sword. Oh,
yeah. NFL has been awesome this year.
It has, and the playoff picture even gets just so much better because so many teams are so close to each other. And I mean, like I said, outside of about 3-4 teams total in the NFL of just outright better.
Yeah.
It's a competitive thing.
What, even the fun one for this week is Kansas City, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
To the fact that Andy Reid's pissed off because when Vegas beat them last time, their bus driver took a victory lap around the stadium.
Oh,
and Andy
shit.
Reid's like he's never had shit to say about anybody. He was like, no. They took a victory lap.
Yeah.
So look for some weird plays that you've never seen before to happen.
And beating the piss out of them if it can be done.
Yeah. And this is and we're in that getting close to that time frame where of last year when Kansas City just started picking it up a notch of like, okay, we're going to see.
Yeah, now we're this much better than you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're going to talk about last week's picks.
Yeah, so we both went 3 and 2.
3 and 2.
Okay.
So if you made all those picks off of us, you made money, so I don't want to hear your shit. We did okay.
Yeah, we did do okay.
And pull up my game so I can tell you who.
Okay. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Did you pull them up?
I'm working on it, man.
God, fucking Google phone sucks.
Well, maybe it's just where you live.
Mine's up.
Why do we not have Wi-Fi in the studio? Cheap prick.
We're fucking freezing out here.
It's cold as shit out here.
It is.
These times you fix that heat.
I know.
Motherfucker.
Sorry, I'm cheap.
Yeah, and it almost costs $4. At the end of the day, it's just a little clicker for a grill that kind of lights that thing. Come on,
load. Come on, Google. Did it load?
Just keeps coming up to a blank screen. Me too. I'm just filling in the time here. I should have had this preloaded. It's up.
Get it?
Maybe.
A lot of dead time here.
Yeah, a lot of dead time. You haven't tuned out yet.
Yeah.
You are now.
You're for sure gone now.
Yeah. And what the fuck?
You just want to use my phone? We'll flip back and forth.
No.
Okay.
Want to touch your shit? We're in COVID times.
I know. I'll clean it.
Can we spit on it?
Mm-hmm.
Spit shine it?
Spit shine it.
All right, I got my stuff up now.
Okay, cool. All right. You want to go first this week?
I don't give a fuck.
God. Frankie.
Let me get my pen out.
Okay.
You guys enjoying this content?
All right, here we go. I'll go first then, since you're writing. Titans Ravens, both to 6 and 3.
I think the Ravens.
Okay.
Because they just have to.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to get back on track.
Yeah, they're -6, so
I'd even take that in the -6.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel that
they're ready to start playing again.
I'm just going to start right from the the
right.
Falcons Saints.
Man, that's a tough one.
That's a toughie.
That's a toughie.
On the line side, the Falcons are +3.5.
You know what? I'm gonna go Falcons.
I like that pick.
I'm gonna go.
That's
Falcons.
where I would have went to. Because actually, they've been playing well.
Yeah, they have, and it's not their offense is the issue; it's their goddamn defense.
They're bitches.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons with that one.
All right.
For you, sir, Lions Panthers. It's even. The line is even. It's in Carolina.
Yeah. McCaffrey's not playing.
McCaffrey's not playing,
which still makes it tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to
Teddy
say.
Bridgewater may or may not play. He's a legitimate game time decision.
Yeah, thanks for giving me that. Hey, we don't know if the quarterback's playing. Pick this fucking game. I'm going to go with the Lions just because of the injuries.
Okay.
It's just tough to say. And I hate picking the Lions because they're the Lions.
I want Teddy Bridgewater not to play this game because the XFL quarterback, PJ Walker, is his backup.
Yeah.
And I want him to play. I'm like, I want to see what this guy can do. So, all right, what's mine?
Bengals against the football team.
Damn it. I'm going Bengals.
It's a plus-minus
I'm going
one.
Bengals. I'm riding the Joe train.
Choo-choo. That was me trying to go a little higher. Choo-choo. How many choo-choos are there? How many chuggas? How many chugga-chuggas are there
three
before
chuggas
choo-choo?
and then two choo-choos. I think there's three. Let's see. Oh, okay. This one will be tough for you. Packers Colts.
Oh my God.
Indy is -1.5.
Yeah.
I think it's the Fox game of the week in Indianapolis.
Because I want to say Packers because I just don't trust Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one.
I'm gonna go with the Packers, even though I don't like it.
Yeah,
because you don't know what Phillip Rivers is. Is he a turnover? Well, he's a turnover machine. You know that.
But what is he that
game? But
game?
It's what week?
Yeah,
because it's not every week, and their defense is really good.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go with the Packers because I like Aaron Rodgers. Ever since they started doing that Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays and you get the 40-minute conversation, like I really like Aaron Rodgers now. You used to always say, hey, this guy's a fucking dick.
Nope.
No,
he's a nice
Seems
guy.
like a pretty good dude.
Yeah. All right, what's mine? Come on, give it to me.
Give it to you. Trying to find a real fucked up game.
I figured.
Not a lot of them out there, though.
No. I think I gave you both of them.
Yeah, thank you. Patriots, Texans.
See, that one, I was going to give you that one because I think that one's a tough game.
I think it is, too.
I'm still going to go New England because even Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing his normal games.
Right.
Like, I figured that because I picked him last week against the Browns, but even then, he didn't look very well.
Yeah.
All righty. I'm going Monday night, Rams-Bucks for you, sir.
Bucks.
They're -4.
They're on that of, hey, it's time. Mm-hmm. You need to start.
Yeah, start performing.
Chiefs, Raiders.
Chiefs. I mean, I know it's in Las Vegas and all that, but I think what we said earlier about they're just going to start beating the piss out of teams. All righty. Eagles, Browns.
Browns.
Okay.
I think the Nick Chubb thing for them is a big
huge
deal. In games like that, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the funny thing with Chubb of how many gamblers he pissed off last week.
Yeah, I know. Did you see Charles Barkley go off on him?
Yeah, about stepping out, which, hey, that's the football play that he was told to make. Then it made it worse because he did an interview and running with it, he forgot that he wasn't supposed to score he didn't remember till he was at the 10-yard line.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, well, then why'd you step out of bounds? Because he didn't remember till he was 10-yard line. He said, I'm 240 pounds. I couldn't stop at 10 yards, so I had to step out of bounds. So up until the last 10 yards, you were going to cover and get the win. And then he remembered that he wasn't supposed to score and stepped out of bounds. I mean, that's just classic.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn to pick for you?
Yep, it's my last game. Make it a good one, please.
I don't know that there's any good ones left to pick. Because I want to...
You're going to do it to me again, aren't you?
Yeah.
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 Dolphins.
Who you got? Dolphins.
Yeah. I'm not picking the Broncos. They're terrible.
Well, because, where else was they going to go?
Yeah,
Steelers, Jaguars.
Yeah, or fucking the Jets and Chargers.
Even though, you know what? With the Steelers, the way they play down, like this is a game they lose.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like it. because that happens to them because they always play down.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, if there's a loss, I think it comes on Thanksgiving. I think if they lose a game, it may be to the Ravens.
Yeah.
On Thursday night. I mean, to beat them twice in a season is tough.
That's one, too. You talk about that of like they played like horse shit against the Ravens and won that game in Baltimore. But yeah, it's there's a lot of games that you feel should be easy money out there.
Mm-hmm. And they're just not.
They just wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But I honestly think the fucking Broncos are going to beat the Dolphins just because you picked the Dolphins.
Yeah, probably.
Which you'd be okay with.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take
Not
a
really.
win.
They don't need to win any more games. They
really
need to keep losing.
Yeah, for
At
sure
this point in time, they need to keep losing.
Yeah, they do.
Like, well, you know, we went on a good run there at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you're the 13th pick.
Mm-hmm.
What'd that do
You're
for
doing
you?
nothing now. Yeah, you're going to win out and be fucking 10-6?
Yeah.
Okay. Please?
We're right there.
Please.
We were right there.
Just do it for my heart.
Please do it. That was, I got home, not yesterday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And they came on Hulu. So when I got home, I watched both Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
and it just reminded me of that spot where, you know, he had the cab driver had the guy in the back of the trunk. He's like,
yeah,
you got to let him go. Kill him.
Yeah.
You know, when you said it, just do it.
Just do it.
I don't think they'll win, but please do.
Yeah.
You need to let him go now.
Yeah.
Kill him.
One of my favorite scenes it's when they first go to prison, and I forget his name, but like the big dude in prison comes over and he says his name was like Black Dave or something like that. Yeah. And then he later on he's like, I don't remember his name. I knew he was African American though.
Yeah. And he turned that whole thing into calling Cable racist because he killed Black Tom.
Yeah, whatever his name was.
I'm not a racist.
He's not a racist.
That's such a. I think they signed. I just seen they signed to
Marvel,
the writers. To make
the third one.
That scares me. You know, the writers that they took. All right, they write the two sisters that write on that Bob's Burgers, which is actually kind of fun. I know a lot of people don't watch it, but it's funny. But when now that they're under Marvel, it scares me.
I don't want them they can't tone him down.
Yeah,
they can't.
If you tone it down it's over.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah. You know, and I honestly don't think Ryan Reynolds would agree to do it again if you know what I mean? Because that's what he does, and that's what Deadpool is.
Yeah,
and it's just that's what makes the money
works.
is you're a superhero that swears and just cuts people's heads off.
If Marvel being Disney, if Disney put the clamps on that, I'm like, hey, you know this is a superhero movie of a superhero that most people don't even know about. Mm-hmm. That's making $750 million a movie. Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it. You're going to
do it. And I think they will. They'll tone it down some.
Yeah.
But I hope not.
I hope not either.
And plus it's just great of like all the little things that you forget about. Like in the first one was like, she's going to do a superhero landing. Hold on. It's impractical. It hurts your knee. Yeah. But of just like all the call out stuff of.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's just funny. God, it's good shit.
Yeah,
I love
the fourth wall shit is so great.
I
wish, but then again, a lot of you can't do that.
Yeah,
because it just makes sense in that movie.
Because he does it, he calls out everybody else. He might as well call out other Disney thing or other.
And then I love at the end of it, when he's like clearing up the timeline.
Yeah,
he goes back and kills his character. Yeah, and then goes back and he's like, "All right, you get the Green Lantern. Welcome to the big show." Boom.
And he's like, what did he say? You didn't know or something like that. He like rubs his head afterwards.
That was such a, like I didn't know a lot about the Green Lantern. But I'm okay. It's a superhero movie. Ryan Reynolds, I think I like him. Mm-hmm. And then watching that movie going, what have they done?
Yeah. Like
what have they done?
It was just so bad. Like it wasn't bad. It was the villain that was so bad.
Yeah.
Like a big blob of nothing. Just
and the way they made us like his brain was getting bigger, and then the way it made his head look. And the guy was so, hey,
what are you doing? Why are you weird? Doing? Yeah, it's weird.
And your whole suit of special effects, I feel like you just could have made a fucking suit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just made a green suit.
Yeah, I feel like that could have been easy.
Oh, you could have just put a mask on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but it's a generated mask. Yeah, that's fine. Like, you can computer generate it,
Mm-hmm.
but then just have it be a mask once it's on. It doesn't have to be.
No.
God.
Yeah, I know. I know, man. I know.
Yeah, but Deadpool, man.
Funny.
So good.
So good. So good.
I don't know if there's anything else I watched. I've been getting, besides watching disc golf stuff
Yeah.
in the last day. But, you know, I tell you, I keep getting on those runs of reaction videos that,
Yeah.
you know. But, it's like, hey, I newly discovered this band that's been out forever and that everybody probably already knows about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just an a cappella group. There's another thing of like, I like just watching people that are super good at what they do.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, singing, checkers, chess, whatever. I like to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, these guys are so fucking good.
Yeah.
And then watching people react to how good they are, that have never heard of them before.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
how
like
close like the instruments are when they're just doing it with their mouth.
Beatboxing?
Yeah. It
like,
is
you know
crazy.
who those guys are, I assume?
No.
Okay.
I just know what an acapella group is, and it's incredible.
Dude, their beatbox, you swear to God, there's a fucking drum kit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at one point in time, you thought he had a harmonica. He didn't. He didn't. He was just making a noise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's been fun discovering those guys. Hey, you know, good songs.
Yeah.
They've got some of their own songs, so I've been enjoying that.
That's good.
And, you know, they do one cover of that Man of Constant Sorrow from Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
Which is it's just a good song.
It is a good song.
Especially, and then it just reminds me, like, I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah. I watched it.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I think I watched it like last month.
That's why I was telling my brother that yesterday, and then just started coming out with all the, we thought you were a frog.
Yeah.
And then,
he's
like,
a horny toad.
Now, are we just not allowed in that Woolworth?
Yeah.
Or all the Woolworths? I mean, it's just,
yeah.
It's such a great movie.
Funny shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that would have been Wideside Cinema for you.
Yeah.
Randy's weird YouTube watchings.
Yeah.
The wanting to be the best ever at disc golf, even though I've never played it.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we'll see what happens. We have a Wideside disc golf outing.
Yeah.
Maybe not a league. I don't know if I want to commit to every week. You know.
Just every once in a while.
Yeah.
I get you.
Like a big outing.
Mm-hmm.
We got an open champion. The Wideside Golf Open Championship.
Nice.
Disc golf, sorry.
Disc golf, yeah.
Disc golf. I feel like we could get some people to play in that.
For sure.
I don't know how to put on a disc golf outing, but I put on plenty of golf outings.
I think it would be the same.
I think it'd be quite the same.
Yes.
A beer-drunken
Frisbee fest.
I like it.
Yeah. I think
Make it
it'll
happen. You done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Wideside.